Hey guys, Serial Simmer here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be working on a new house for our 100 baby challenge here in Tartosa. I just needed a new one. I just kept thinking, gosh, we have enough money now, and I just am not chuffed with this situation anymore. I just am not excited by the house. It's a cute house. I still really like the house and everything that it did for us. And the house that we build is super similar to this one, but I needed something fresh. I needed something different. So I just kept itching to build a new one. So we did. We finally built a new house for the 100 baby challenge. And when I say finally, I mean because I have wanted to for at least 1 or 2 episodes. It's been on my mind. I've been thinking about it a lot, not because it's been a long time since we built a 100 baby house, because it hasn't. I think we just moved into this one on the 11th episode, and then I just released the 17th episode. So it hasn't been too many in between. But you know, these challenges, this challenge specifically, your family just grows so insanely. We just had triplets in this challenge, and not having space for 3 beds, plus all the toys and things that you need for toddlers and children in all of the rooms, was causing kind of a problem. So I decided I needed some more space. I needed more dedicated rooms. I needed like a dedicated infant room, and I needed a dedicated toddler room before we had the infants and toddlers sharing. And that was working out pretty good when we were just having 1 baby at a time. But after having triplets for our first set of multiples, it wasn't working so hot anymore. So to avoid the challenges that might come with that in the future, we went ahead and built this new house. So we've already gotten done with the shell here, and I am adding rooms to these ceilings here so that I can add like a floor trim, I think, to kind of the top part of the building here. It's just another little bit of detail. And then this roof on the second floor actually comes out like 1 tile wide above the terrace, or like the little balcony there. So I wanted to make sure that there was ceiling there, and I am so excited. Today is Thursday. We just got the horse trailer released today, and they show that they are releasing new paintable ceilings with that pack, and I seriously just cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm like, I almost wish you hadn't told me that was coming. Because it's like a month away still, and I'm like dying. Like I wanted to use it on this build, and I still have to wait a month. So when that comes out, we'll have to at least update whatever build we're using at the time. Who knows if it'll even be this one. So yeah, we're just going ahead and adding. I did keep some of the debug from our last house, this tree, this bike rack. I'm getting a few more bikes because the bikes have been awesome. The bikes have been such a good thing to use in this challenge to get up the kids is fun. And then it helps with their motor skill as well. So yeah, and it seriously just the amount of fun that they get and the amount of like a short time it takes is just, it's amazing. It allows you to get back to the skill building really quickly. So bikes are amazing. I would recommend, if you are also playing the 100 baby challenge, that you get some bikes for your family. So Stella has just like earned a ton of money, and that's why we have been able to kind of splash out again so soon on buying another house. I have also been giving each of the young adult children that move out of the house or age out or whatever at least $15,000 simoleons to start off with as a little nest egg. And I've been playing around with the idea of going ahead and just upping that to 20,000, just to kind of like keep the challenge going for us, because she's been earning so much good money selling her artwork on the street gallery there. You can probably see kind of in the left-hand top of the corner there for a second when I was talking, it was. So yeah, she's doing a great job with that. We are starting to kind of branch out just because we want to earn some more satisfaction points. So she's now working on becoming a writer. But yeah, getting back to the build here, we are finally starting to kind of figure out a floor plan. This one is, I would say, significantly bigger than our last build, but I don't know, maybe you guys won't feel the same way. I think that the layout is just so much nicer. It has this exact same like back patio, back terrace situation, and I really loved the backyard area that we did, but I thought the toddlers were way too far away from it, so I went ahead and made the toddlers' room directly adjacent to the backyard this time. And I actually even kind of a little hack that I think I saw on Simsy's channel, I think, was that toddlers can go through doggy doors. So you can put like a doggy door from their room to the backyard if they're adjacent. And then they can just go use like the slide and the imagination tent, all of that stuff a lot more quickly and easily, because it takes them so long to be able to get anywhere with their low movement skill. It's really helpful to have everything that they need to access like fairly close together. So yeah, we went ahead and made sure that that was all there. And then in the kitchen, you'll probably see as well that we have the like little bakery fridge thing there. It's kind of hiding behind the wall right now as I speak, but that's where the toddlers and all the kids really can just come and get a meal anytime that they want, anytime that they are hungry. They can just go ahead and pop over there and grab something to eat. And then when we're cooking, we can just kind of keep our eye on that and make sure that we don't need to restock basically that fridge. And then I keep like the birthday cakes and stuff with like birthday candles on them in our actual fridge. So it's pretty much just the birthday cake fridge at this point. But yeah, I wanted a little more space for the kitchen as well. Our last kitchen was quite a bit smaller. I kept the same appliances that we had in the last kitchen. But yeah, I just am kind of right with like a little more open of a floor plan too. I just also here you'll see I am kind of messing with some move objects and some interesting like cabinet situation here so that I can get this sink to be the way that I want, directly under this windowsill. And then I go ahead and delete these back walls so that I can place this towel on like the little handle right there. That's how I always have my towels in real life. That's how I've always kind of seen people have them. I've seen a lot of people do that at least. And I just feel like it's such a cute little detail to be able to add that towel from growing together to those cabinets. Those cabinets, I believe, are from the Country Kitchen kit. And then I haven't gotten the most recent two kits, the Grunge Revival and the Book Nook kit that just got released. I haven't been able to purchase those yet. Planning on it, of course. The Book Nook kit I am so excited for, but yeah, I just haven't had the chance to purchase it yet. So soon I'll have that one, and then we can do some more fun stuff with bookcases and things like that. But as for right now, that's not stuff that I have. So this build won't include anything from those kits. All of the other kits, I think I have all the other build kits. Not all the other cast kits, but I do think I have all the other build kits. And then the only packs that I don't have, I'm trying to think, Batu, I think is the only pack that I don't have. And of course, I'm not like sponsored by EA or anything like that. These are all packs and things that I have spent my own money on. So yeah, and then we're just kind of figuring out a layout here for the kitchen. I knew I wanted it to be sort of an eat-in kitchen, and I kind of played around with the idea of an island there, but I decided that I wanted it to be more open because there's going to be so many people in this kitchen eating at that dining table that I didn't want it to feel cramped in any way. And now we are kind of just figuring out this layout here. We have the toddlers, the newborns, and the infants that kind of all need to be close to the mom. And then the children and the teens, I thought could kind of be a little bit further away from everyone, have a little bit more space, maybe be closer to the kitchen. I thought maybe I could have the teens help with cooking or other chores around the house. And kids can even now help with gardening, I think, since Growing Together came out. So having them close to kind of that gardening porch that's off to the side of the house there, I think will be helpful. So that's kind of their wing of the house, if you will. And then this, I guess it's the left-hand side. This wing will be like the young children and mom's area so that she can get to them easily. I really wanted to be able to give her her own bathroom, but after I built the shell, I just didn't end up having enough room for her to have her own ensuite. So she doesn't still have her own ensuite. She would if there wasn't a baby newborn room right there, but because we have to have the newborn closet or the newborn room or whatever you want to call it, the tiny nursery, there's no room for her to have an ensuite. So she will have to share kind of a bathroom with the toddlers there. And then speaking of bathrooms, of course, always in the 100 baby houses, bathrooms is such an interesting thing. So we have, I think in total, 3 bathrooms, but I know 2 of those bathrooms, between just the 2 of them, they have 4 toilets and 3 showers and 1 bathtub. And then I know we have another bathroom besides that. So in total, I think we have 5 toilets and 2 bathtubs and 4 showers, I think, in the house. And then of course there's double sinks in the larger bathrooms. And then there is one kind of normal sized bathroom, I think, which is the one that the mom will share with the toddlers in the end. And then just kind of going back here, we are playtesting this door window situation that I made. So what I ended up doing there was putting the doggy door that I was talking about earlier in the window, basically. And I was like, okay, so here we're going to use our imaginations a little bit, and we're going to pretend that maybe that is open and it doesn't have the railing on it right there. So then the toddlers can just kind of go in and out as they please. And it's just like a little more indoor-outdoor living style right there. But in reality, like in The Sims, we need to do some weird stuff. So yeah, we have a dog door inside the window there that the toddlers use to get to their own backyard. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it because I actually really like it, but I hope you guys do too. And if not, sorry, I guess. So yeah, we are now working on just making sure that all the windows are on the house. And I did go with like white windows this time. I thought it just looked a little bit more contemporary. And I wanted to kind of imagine that Stella was growing, in her finances and stuff. So she was maybe able to get some nicer, newer windows. If you did see the first initial build that I did, it was a tiny house on this same lot. And it was very similar style, but it was like very rustic, even more rustic than this. It was like, maybe not rustic, but like kind of gross. Some of it was like very much handed down pieces and things maybe that she just kind of found, because I wanted the beginning to really feel rags to riches style, except for the house. I didn't make her work to get money for the house. So she got the house, but then after that, we started with 0 simoleons in the beginning of this challenge. And then of course the challenge playlist will be linked at the end of the video. Kind of starting some landscaping here. After we're done with all of this, I am going to give you guys a little tour sort of in person after the speed build is over. So don't worry, we'll go back and look at all of this a little more in detail. Yeah, and then our little garden over here, I end up loving so much. I'm in debug right now, just scrolling through, and I love these pink flowers for this house. I think they work so nicely. This house is kind of an interesting one to landscape, and I know I've talked about this before in my speed builds. So if you've seen this one, if you've seen these type of speed builds or the speed builds for this house, this lot in particular, this might be repetitive for you, and I'm sorry, but I have to put like planters and things around because since we're on sand, it just does not look right. It doesn't work to have a lot of landscaping and vegetation just growing straight out of the ground. And I guess I could build like planter beds. That would probably work, but I kind of like the way that this looks a little more like pieced together with all the pots and things. It looks a little bit more like organic, I guess maybe realistic to me. So when I was landscaping and placing all the debug objects, I did have to lower the lot down, and I did end up raising it at the very end and adding the staircases back in. So we're just doing that now, and then I will talk to you guys in just a second when we do the tour that I talked about. Okay guys, so just jumping into our tour, here is the kind of front facade of the house, and right when I loaded in, I did notice it looks like my terrain paint is all gone, of course. So I'll have to add that back in, but I'm gonna wait a little bit to do that. I'll have to do that before we do our next episode or something. So yeah, here's the front facade of the house. I do just have the street gallery kind of over there by that olive tree in the planter. I thought that would be a decent area for it. There's not like a perfect area in any of these spots, and I do think it'd be fun to have Stella go maybe to like the town piazza kind of area and sell her paintings there in the future. So maybe we can get Alessi to kind of watch the kids while we're doing that if we have time in the future. And then we've got our cute little bike rack here on the right-hand side with a couple like adult-sized or teen bikes. Maybe Stella wants to ride one of those. I think she does have one in her inventory though. And then these are sort of the options for the kids to go ahead and pick from, choose from when they get home from school. Maybe they ride their bikes to school. I don't know. We can play around with our imagination there as well. And then I did keep our little sign here by our tree that kind of just says like private residence this way, or maybe it has their address on it. And then the sign kind of pointing to the trail that goes down the beach here would maybe say this way to the beach. And that sign is a little bit bigger. So I thought that kind of made sense, at least to me. And you can see somebody here coming up from the beach right now, just getting done having a nice swim. That kind of leads us nicely to the backyard here. So let me go ahead and spin around so that we can see. It does look like somebody has smashed our dollhouse in the midst of all of this as well. So no terrain paint and a smashed dollhouse. Thank you so much, Sims. But yeah, this is kind of the back area. We've got our little splash pad, which I did have to do some rearranging on. And then I just added a ton of greenery compared to the last one. I think this house has quite a bit more. And I like to imagine that has to do with Alessi kind of having a green thumb and really enjoying planting and growing things. She quite often will have a sad buff if she hasn't like made something or done something with her hands in a little while. So I like to imagine that maybe that's kind of what she gets up to with her free time. And then of course we have this beautiful wisteria growing. And of course they have this gorgeous view of the bay and the lighthouse here. Hopefully that's not too jumpy. Yeah, and then we have our back patio area, which has the same little eating spot for everybody to sit kind of under the canopy and eat there. And then a couple sunbeds and a telescope as well, which I thought would be fun to watch ships maybe passing by on. And then we have our balcony in the back with Stella's easel or whoever's easel, as I assume the kids will probably use that as well. Some more pink flowers growing here, another pretty tree in a pot, and some more just planters just everywhere on this house. And I did manage to squeeze in a swing set, which I thought would be so adorable close to the water. It'd be so fun if it was like partially in the water and the kids could like kind of swing out above the water. But obviously, you know, in The Sims, we have limited options. So I liked to imagine that at least they could sit here and swing out and look at the ocean while they swing. It'd be pretty idyllic. And then of course we have this little fisherman boat here. I like to imagine we still have whatever fisherman or fisherwoman uses this boat. And they maybe get to park it here because it's convenient for them. And then we have our garden bed on this side of the house. So this side has the florist station, a bunch of planters. We've got our begonias, our orchids, birds of paradise, garlic, tomatoes, and I did put a little fake olive tree sneakily in one of them as well. And so since they aren't covered now, I know some of you are probably like, oh no, you're not going to be able to use those. Yeah, I know I'm not, but for the sake of aesthetics and because we really just have so much money, you guys, I'm like just not worried about it. I'm just not worried about making a ton of money off the garden. It's more of just like for Alessi at this point. Okay, so then if we go through the front door here, we kind of have this cute little step or mailbox, and then like some very small little porch in here with, of course, my favorite light fixtures. And then inside we have a little foyer with like a little drop pad for our change and mail. And then I need to get a few more kind of collectible things, I think, to put on this little credenza back here. But then we also have the family picture thing, which I know has the ugly frame, but I don't have any CC or mods currently installed to make that look cuter. But I did size that down and put that there so that we kind of have an updated family picture always. And then, of course, we have the thermostat here next to the front door. And if we want to go down this hallway, this is the hallway or sort of the wing of the house that I mentioned. That is Stella's room behind this door. The infant's room is straight down the hall, and the toddler's room is kind of off to the left-hand side here. So if we swing around to the toddler's side, this is the door that I was pointing at earlier. This is the weird window, doggy door, toddler door situation. And that's what that looks like in game. It's not cute. I know it's not cute, but we're going to use our imagination and pretend that these doors are just swung open or left cracked or something. So the toddlers are able to just kind of go in and out on the patio through these doors, because like, wouldn't that be so amazing if that functioned that way? They would be able to fit. they really would be able to fit, guys. So I don't know. Just try to give me a break on that one. I know it's not the cutest, but. And then behind this door to the right, we have a full, oh God, a full bathroom with a toddler, Roberto, in the toilet at the moment. I was doing some playtesting, and as I was doing playtesting, I wasn't exactly paying attention to what they were all up to. So yes, they have been getting into all kinds of things. So yeah, this is kind of Stella and the toddler's bathroom. There's one toddler potty in this bathroom, but then you'll see kind of adjacent over here. The entrance to this bathroom is all the way down on the other wing of the house. So definitely good that we have a bathroom down on the kind of little kid wing of the house. But we do have this ginormous bathroom with 3 toddler potties kind of set up here. Jumping back over to the little kid wing of the house where we were initially there, we have the toddler room here, which I really kind of played with the colors of this mobile and like switched up the beds to hopefully match those. The one thing about these beds that I'm not going to promise we're going to keep them, because you can just grab them and move them around and like see, like that's so annoying to me. I'm going to have to go fix that now because it's just bumped out from the wall just a little more than the other few. So if that really drives me nuts, I might switch them back out, but I really like how those colors work with the mobile. And so that was kind of the reason that I chose those. Yeah, and this bedroom sort of got like a butterfly theme. I put these cute butterfly lights here. We do have the night light in here somewhere, and I did put these lights here, and then this little butterfly picture, I think from Werewolves, is there. We've got our little chart here. We've got another little lamp over there. So yeah, it's a cute little room. And I do have a little infant PlayStation in this room as well, so that I can put an infant in here and they can kind of, okay, there's our nightlight right there, guys. They can kind of interact with their infant siblings as well. And then, of course, lots of toys and things. So then if we go back to this side, we have Stella's room. I'm going to go with cutaway walls for a second here so we can kind of see a little bit more quickly and easily. And I decorated her room to be like a little bit cozier. She's got some stuff, probably extra bedding for if the kids need it, or they may be sleeping in mom's room for the night or something. I can imagine that probably happens a lot. And then I did these pictures that looked very Italian to me. We've got a Duomo, we've got the Tuscan countryside, we've got like a pretty little cityscape with red tile roofs and a little moped here. So I thought that was really cute and perfect for this house. And she's got a little keepsake box there as well. And then through her room, there is this sliding door here to get to our little newborn closet, tiny nursery, the tiny nursery in here. So yeah, that's in here. And we have our new baby Ignacio. If you saw the last part, you will have seen that we just had him. And then this is a huge infant room, which currently has no infants in it because the infants all just aged up to 2 toddlers. But it's a really cute infant room. I used a lot of the decals from Werewolves. Those are my favorite decals, guys. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but they're so cute. This owl, this moon came from that pack as well. And then a lot of growing together, of course, in this room, in the infant room. I feel like it would be silly if there wasn't. We have this picture that Stella did paint that we like to imagine is Alessi when she was a baby. That's when that was painted. And then, yeah, just some more decals and some lighting in this room. It's cute. So that's that wing of the house. If we go over here, we already saw the big family bathroom. We have some big gallery walls and some plants kind of on the wall here, and like a built-in bookshelf situation going on in this hallway, as well as the double wide staircase that goes to the upstairs. And the first bedroom here is the kids' bedroom. Currently, it looks like Dominic is going to bed. But I like these bunk beds because they have all the paintings and all the pictures and all of the drawings up everywhere. And it just feels very playful and childlike to me. This is what I would have done with my room when I was a kid. I would have put posters everywhere, pictures everywhere, drawings everywhere, paint anywhere that I could. And then they have their little guppy fish here. And of course, some little toys, a little toy corner for them too. And then the room next door, the next door down, is the teen room, or the room that we currently have Alessi staying in. So this will get a little bit trickier once the triplets become teens because they will need to use all 3 of these beds in the teen room. So we'll have to see kind of how that works out. I'm sure it'll be fine between this room and the child room. We'll have enough beds for everyone, but one of the teens or maybe Alessi will have to swap beds for a little while. But yeah, so this is the teen room. Again, lots of pictures and posters, but they feel a little bit more grown up, a lot like music related, video game related things. We've got tons of hair products, jewelry, makeup, combs, all kinds of things, and a mirror here, and a little computer station for them, an alarm clock. Mom is working on upgrading all the new beds that I just bought. She's probably so annoyed. All the kids and the teens both all have their own little reading lamp too, which I thought was a really cute idea. And then I did do this little post-it note thing. Those cards aren't all ours. I did get some of them out of Debug just for aesthetics. And then I kind of did this cool mural on this wall just to kind of put something here that wasn't crazy bright and colorful, but that also had a lot of personality to it for a teen room. And then, of course, going out here, we have the living area with the toddler eating area and a place to put the infants, actually probably more like the infant eating area for trying all the infant food. And then this is our cute kitchen. I love the kitchen. I love the way it turned out. I love our giant table with all of the kind of eclectic and oddly painted chairs and our little sort of get your own food buffet station here. Yeah, and we do have a new TV and then like a nice fireplace here as well as like some great seating for everyone. So that's it for the downstairs. If we want to go upstairs, I can show you. We have sort of like a little music corner here, a book station here, puzzles, games. And over here is kind of where they do their school projects. There's a little TV if they wanted to sit on this rug and watch some TV. They can talk to this blarfy. There's all kinds of little crafting things just scattered around, a cross-stitching thing, a yarn making thing. What's it called? A yarning thing? A knitting. Oh my God. A knitting kit right here on top of there. There's some more just crafting stuff. There's lots of little notebooks lying everywhere. Somebody had some coffee or some hot chocolate up here at some point. The friendship bracelet making kit, as well as there are 2 kids drawing stations here as well. And then of course a couple computers and a stereo station. We've got the little doctor set here as well. And that leads out to this cute balcony with the easel on it. We've got the yoga mat so they can do some yoga. And then the one other skill building thing I did want to mention that we have is, of course, the chess table. And then, yeah, they can also practice logic out here on the telescope. So I think that they're pretty set. And as far as like kids play equipment goes, don't forget we do live right across the road from a big, huge play gym for the kids and a monkey bar set. So they have that, as well as in the backyard, they have this awesome swing set. So I think everyone is like really, really taken care of. The one thing that they don't have in this house and that we do not have room for on this lot is the tree house. That thing is ginormous. And we just genuinely, guys, unless I put it like on the roof or something, it would not fit here. So that'll have to be something for when we actually properly move lots. And I do think when we do that, maybe this is a little spoiler, but I want to move to this lot. I think that would be really fun. So I think I'm going to go ahead and bulldoze this lounge at some point and we can live here. So then we can still be close to town because that's been so convenient for Stella finding baby daddies, and we'll still be close enough to the park for the kids. So yeah, you guys, I think that's pretty much everything for this house. I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. Obviously, no house is ever completely perfect. There's always little tweaks and things that I'm going to want to change. So we'll probably do those over time. And of course, we need to add back in our terrain paint and fix the dollhouse now. But if you guys have made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all the new subscribers who have subscribed to the channel. And if you aren't already subscribed, be sure to do that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.